Have you ever pondered the exhilarating experience of being in the presence of a real-life Stegosaurus? In today's video, we'll take you on a journey through time to explore the fascinating world of one of the most celebrated dinosaurs of all time. From its lethal tail thagomizer to its distinct body armor, Stegosaurus has captured the imagination of both scientists and the general public alike. But have you ever stopped to consider how this magnificent creature came to be? Join us as we delve into the evolutionary background and family lineage of Stegosaurus and discover what makes it such a unique and remarkable creature. Get ready to be amazed. Belonging to the order Ornithischia, Stegosaurus was an herbivorous dinosaur with a pelvic structure similar to that of birds. Ornithischia first emerged approximately 200 million years ago and was considered a foundational group of dinosaurs. Stegosaurus is further classified under the clade Thyrophora, which included armored dinosaurs like Ankylosauria and Stegosauria. Although the Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus are somewhat related, their genetic linkages are relatively distant. Stegosaurus belonged to the group Stegosauria, which includes its closest relatives. Stegosauria first appeared in the middle of the Jurassic and survived until the early Cretaceous period. Fossilized remains of Stegosauria have been discovered predominantly in the northern hemisphere, including in North America, Europe, Africa, South America, and Asia. Stegosaurians were originally small, low-slung running animals protected by armor scutes. They evolved tail spikes or thagomizers as a defense weapon, which became increasingly important for later species belonging to a subgroup called Stegosauridae. These larger species had longer hind limbs that no longer allowed them to run, making the thagomizer their primary defense against even larger predators. Stegosaurus, the peak of the family in size and function, had complex arrays of spikes and plates running along their backs, hips, and tails. Their necks became longer, and their small heads became narrow, allowing them to selectively bite off the best parts of kids with their beaks. Their evolution was similar to that of Ankylosaurus, starting as a small, fast-running animal and evolving their own unique defenses to become larger. Stegosaurus was massive, but other animals that lived with them were much bigger. They lived during a deadly time when harsh predators like Allosaurus and Ceratosaurus roamed the lands, so they had to be ready to fight at any time. Their greatest defense, besides their pure size, was their deadly thagomizer. Debate has gone on whether its function was for defense or for display, but it was undoubtedly a weapon. The tail was much more flexible than other dinosaurs, lacking ossified tendons, allowing it to be whipped around independently of the body. Stegosaurus could maneuver its rear easily, keeping its hind legs stationary and rotating its muscular body. In a recent study, it was found that Stegosaurus tail spikes were frequently damaged due to trauma. The study examined Stegosaurus specimens and discovered that 9.8% of them had injuries on their tail spikes. The most convincing evidence of this was a punctured tail vertebrae of an Allosaurus, which perfectly fit a Stegosaurus tail spike. The injury inflicted by the spike was fatal and particularly gruesome, as it was also a nut shot. Stegosaurus had 4 dermal spikes on its tail, each measuring about 2 to 3 feet in length, or 60 to 90 centimeters. This makes them quite large, especially considering that the animal was 30 feet long. The width of the spike structure is about the same as an average person's height. In comparison to modern-day herbivores like horses, who are known for their powerful kicks, Stegosaurus had multiple 3-foot-long spikes on its tail, which would be a significant threat to any predator or prey. After discussing the thagomizer, we can now delve into another distinctive feature of Stegosaurus, its plates. The purpose of these plates has been the subject of much debate. Marsh suggested that they served as armor, but others disputed this claim, arguing that they were too fragile and positioned in a way that left the animal's sides vulnerable. However, I disagree with this assessment. Despite their fragility, the plates could have protected the meaty top of the animal, as predators' jaws typically work from the side. Thus, the plates may have prevented predators from latching on to the Stegosaurus's back and provided it time for it to defend itself. Furthermore, the flat shape of the animal's body made it difficult for predators to take a bite out of its sides, so the lack of armor in this area would not have been a major issue. While the defense was likely a secondary benefit of the plates, their primary function was probably for display. The plates would have made the animal appear larger and more intimidating to predators and rivals alike. Additionally, the plates may have been used for thermal regulation, as they had a vascular system that allowed blood to flow through them. This system could have been used to heat or cool the animal, or even to change the color of the plates. The fact that males had wider plates and females had taller ones suggests that the plate's shape was significant and served a specific purpose. The Stegosaurus had a small and narrow skull in comparison to its body, with a low position that suggests it was a browser of a low-growing vegetation. Its front teeth were absent and likely replaced by a horny beak, supported by flat downward and upward extensions on its lower jaw that were hidden by the teeth from the side view. The extensive beak was unique to Stegosaurus and some other advanced stage sauropods among the ornithischians, as they usually had beaks restricted to the jaw tips. Its small, triangular, and flat teeth showed wear facets, indicating that it ground its food. Despite its massive size, the brain case of Stegosaurus was small, with a brain no larger than that of a dog. The endocast of the animal showed that the brain was the smallest proportionally of all dinosaur endocasts known at that time. This led to the popular misconception that all dinosaurs were unintelligent, which is now largely rejected. The actual brain anatomy of Stegosaurus is poorly known, but its small brain size fitted well with a slow, herbivorous lifestyle and limited behavioral complexity. There was a theory that Stegosaurus had a second brain in its hips due to the large canal in the hip region of its spinal cord, which was about 20 times larger than its actual brain. However, this was found to be untrue, and the space likely housed the glycogen body, which provides glycogen to the animal's nervous system. Stegosaurus, a quadrupedal dinosaur, may have been able to rear up on its hind legs with the support of its tail, although there is uncertainty surrounding this possibility. Its maximum speed was measured at approximately 4 miles per hour, or 7 kilometers per hour, indicating that it was not a particularly fast dinosaur. Stegosaurus lived in a semi-arid environment, characterized by distinct wet and dry seasons and flat floodplains. The vegetation in its habitat ranged from conifer forests to fern savannas, providing a diverse ecosystem for the many other dinosaurs that lived alongside Stegosaurus. These included theropods like Allosaurus and Thagomizer, and ceratopsians, all of which posed deadly threats. Additionally, large sauropods like Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, and Diplodocus coexisted with Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus lived between 155 to 150 million years ago, and its extinction was likely the result of gradual environmental changes rather than a mass extinction event. Despite popular belief, most species do not go extinct in mass extinction, but rather fade away over time. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of Stegosaurus. We hope you've enjoyed learning about this incredible dinosaur's evolutionary background, family lineage, unique defenses, and distinctive features. And that's a wrap. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos like this one. Until next time, keep exploring and never stop learning.